which is now red because I went and rewired it.
Yeah, red historically is for Kenwood. Sounds perfect to use.
No, I do not. I use the push to talk. I just do not like Vox.
Okay, no, yeah, a lot of guys don't. I'm just used to it. That's all I ever did is use Vox. I don't have any foot switches or sweet all here, so that's what you get was what you get. But like Dave says, it can be testy to set up the anti-Vox and stuff like that. It takes a while, Dave, but it sounds like you got it pretty smooth there now.
Yeah, well, I've been playing around with it, and well, what do you think? Is you say I sound different, but is it okay?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's Bob. How are you copying David?
He's an OS6, S7.
Well, what do you think of his audio there now? And before he, what did you do, Dave? I forget. You moved the microphone closer or further away, and it just got so much more mellow.
Well, I moved it in a little closer to my mouth now.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
That's really good. Now, got the mid-range. It's very lots of articulate. No, I like it.
Okay, perfect.
Oh yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, good, Dennis. Oh, we got the proper adapter on this thing now. Wayne sent me the proper one. This one's got a little capacitor in line with the mic line because ICOM, well, supposedly, so they say, there could be some phantom voltage that can lock up these dynamic cartridges. So anyways, got the proper one now. Whether it makes any difference or not, who knows? But now we got the one that we're supposed to have, and we won't damage the cartridge in this headset now.
That's good.
Go ahead, Dennis. Sorry.
I'm not hearing John yet, but you said you were hearing him earlier, Ken?
Yeah, earlier, an hour ago, him and I were like sitting in the same room. We were just, and he was complimenting me. He said, Ken, you're like 20 and 30 over, and he was the same here. Now I can just hear, I can tell when he's talking. John, any coffee from Muskoka?
Any coffee in there, John?
Sorry,
no, I'm not copying Ken there at all.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, maybe later, John, maybe it'll get better. Go ahead, Bob. Sorry.
No, I just saying. Wayne, are you getting any rain over your way?
No, sun's shining here, Bob. It's +1 though. Sun is out, beautiful, but I don't think it's going to last too long because the weather station is showing clouds.
Yeah, we're clouded over here, and it sure looks like rain. We're +1 here also.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a rainy day. Or not maybe a rainy day, but a dull day anyway.
We had snow here, Dennis, most of the evening and yesterday afternoon, and then it started to rain about midnight, and it's been raining off and on here this morning, so it's washed. We had a couple of inches of snow. It's washed it completely away, and then later today it's supposed to really drop down from midday temperature of +14 all the way down to -7. So it's going to freeze up, and it'll be skating rink time. Have I got that right, Dennis?
Yeah. Well, I noticed a bit of snow on my deck this morning before I came down to the shack here, down the basement, and there's still the snow on there yet, so despite the rain, it hasn't moved in my backyard so it's working or not. It still says about 0 plus something a little bit, so that's Celsius, so I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. I thought it'd be warmer than that when I got up this morning, but that's what it says, so there shouldn't be a difference between where you are and where I am there, Ken, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, it's very, very similar here. Lots of snow. There's some snow still left on my deck there, but it's been raining. I just brought the dog in a minute ago there, and he was soaking wet, and he wasn't out very long. But yeah, so maybe it'll keep on raining and it'll be gone. Who knows?
Oh yeah, if the temperature comes up the way they said, it's supposed to come up and then take a nosedive. So anyway, when I looked at the weather map, I checked the lightning stuff. We didn't get any lightning overnight like they were predicting. So not so far. I'm not hearing it any either.
Yeah, well, that's good. I took the last of the grounds off of everything there the other day, Bob, so we're groundless here, just like yourself.
It's going to be my fault. You know, you watch.
Oh, no, I won't blame you. Don't worry. When do you get the 374? Is it coming from a local area down there, or when do you get that thing?
Yeah, well, he wants to take it over to a friend of his place. It hasn't been run for like 6 or 7 years, so he said he wants to take it over to a friend's place and put it on a variac and bring the high voltage up slowly and, let it kind of burn itself in, and just in case there's the tubes are gassy, and know that everything's fine with it.
Oh, that sounds like, boy, that's a super good accolade. What about the Henry? You're not going to move that anymore. It's going to stay right where it is?
Oh, yeah. Well, I bought a new set of tubes for it, so.
Good stuff. Was that 3500Z?
Yeah, graphite.
How much, you mind if I ask how much a couple of them? I'm sure you would get a matched pair knowing you. And where do you get them from, and what does that cost? Is that from DX Engineering, perhaps?
DX Engineers, RF Parts is about the only place that really sells them at a decent price. And not a decent price, a price. If I was to buy it from RF down in California, it would, by the time you got it here, you'd be looking at just under the $1,000 for a pair of match tubes. This guy had bought them and sold the amplifier, and so he had them in British Columbia already. He decided he just wanted them gone because he didn't need them anymore, so $700 for the pair.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's excellent. Dave and I were talking about an amp that he's been negotiating or looking at or whatever. It's the AL80A or B. I think it might be an A, although we don't know. And it's at the 3500 says in it, and I think the guy wants 1300. So that's like half of the price of the whole machine.
Yeah, that's a big thing, you know. This amp here is the ECX 800s in it. I was looking at the price of those silly things. Pretty scary, single tube, $1,200.
Yeah. Oh, yes, exactly.
Well, is that those ceramic ones, Bob?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
Wayne, you there?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
How much is the two amplifiers?
How much are they? I have no idea. You got a bunch of poles, don't you?
Oh, shush. Don't say that now. Nobody knows about them.
Okay. I wish Kerry was still working at whatever name the company was that make those machines, because they had all those. They would have all those in them. I was going to ask the girl at the hospital there who puts the tubes in her machine there, because I've known her now. I've been in there half a dozen times. The next time I go in, I'm going to ask her.
Yeah, I asked the guy, and our big machine is down right now, so there's nobody looking after it. But I've been snooping around. I'll get a couple. Don't worry.
Yeah, they're on the top shelf in the laundry room of the hospital.
Well, I haven't been in there, but it's interesting, the stuff they do pitch out. The other day there was 4 wheelchairs, and I couldn't see anything wrong with any of them. And I thought, geez, if I had, I don't know, maybe I should throw them in my truck and bring them home, because I like welding things, and I could, repair them and, take them back. And I spoke to the guy about them, and he says, no, we can't. We weld here too, Ken. He says, but we can't do anything like that, because if somebody gets hurt on one of those machines after we've one of those wheelchairs after we've welded it, they can sue the hospital instead of the manufacturer. So he says, we just pitch them.
Oh yeah, we got much to spend. No problem. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know who she used to work with, the company that looks after the machines. They make those machines. Anyway, that's over with. I'm not working there no more. So anyway, when we need one, we'll either throw this in the garbage and get a new one, or we'll replace it.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, and Philips do it, and GE, General Electric, and Philips are both the biggies we have here in Ontario for those big machines, the CT scan and the CAT scan, and that they're all Philips.
Yeah, of course he works at Philips, yeah, up on Don Valley there.
Oh, okay.
Anywho, Dave, just go on. Your buddy Paul will be in there sometime around Wednesday morning when they wake up at Radio World and order that 2000S, I think it is, $8,800. That'll do you.
Order the what?
I'm not copying Dave Ken, so he's not copying me.
Yeah, he's copying you. He says order the what? He just missed what you were talking about.
Oh, the amplifier from Radio World.
Oh, yeah, what make is that the new ACOM?
Yeah, I was talking to a guy yesterday. He has 6 of them.
What? Yeah, you need 6.
Yeah, he lives in Bulgaria. He says they're cheap over there. I said, send me over one.
Wow.
I can't afford anything that says ACOM on it.
Yeah, those guys over there, I guess they buy their stuff cheap. I don't know how they get it so cheap, but what's this? I'll see what it's called.
Well, at least if I went and got that one in Nova Scotia, I got 2 spare tubes for it.
Not likely.
Maybe.
I have a sneaking suspicion that's maybe what caused you your problems here.
Well, something did. I suspect there's probably one bad one.
What's gonna happen with that, Bob? I know you said it probably should be taken right apart, and have you got any plans for it?
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to venture down to Tyler's, down at the other end of the island, TM, and we'll look it over and make a decision how we're going to operate on this thing.
That's a good idea. Two heads always better than one. Good for you that you got a nice resource like that.
Well, he's got access to aluminum down there, and he can make plates up and that sort of stuff. So, and he built himself an amplifier there. Time I was down there, he built himself a 40-meter amplifier, single band, out of what did he use for high voltage? A multitude of high voltage power supplies out of microwaves.
Yeah, you can. I've heard of that a couple of times now. There's something in the mic. Yeah, it's interesting. The stuff that gets pitched out, because our recycling center here has always got all kinds of electronic stuff in it. And boy, if you go walking over close to even look at it, the guy comes out of his little shack and says, "Don't go! No, you can't take anything in there." Oh man.
Yeah, no, and that's dumb. Really. If it's recyclable. So what they're going to do with that electronics is they're just going to put it through the grinder and chop it up into pieces.
Yeah, and take the plastic out of it and separate the metal, and then look for a little wee bit of gold or lithium or whatever is in it. Yeah, exactly, Bob.
There's a nice, usually in the microwave, there's a nice rectifier block in it that's good for about 10 kV and, good for an amp, or amp and a half rectifier block in there, so it's great for power supplies.
It'd be interesting if you had a bunch of them. You could have one of those for each band.
Yep, that's right.
Perfect. It would be a big kind of an outfit, by the time they have to have lots of power supply. Well, I don't know. And that's interesting.
Hey, Bob.
Yes?
So, if that amp's been sitting for a while, what would be the proper procedure to bring it back up?
Is he capable of, and then have him, power it up and make sure that there's, or does he have access to antennas on that?
Oh, Well, I don't know what's up now. It's just a picture there, and it has the radio beside the amp. So I don't know what his predicament is.
Yeah, well, what I would do, since it's a single tube, I have them fire it up and, with high voltage on it for idle for a couple, just to make sure, if it has not been run for a long time.
And then start off with really, really low drive and slow it up?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you with no high voltage?
Just turn it on, just on an idle without being enabled.